Recently, I hit over 10,000 sales on Depop, which is a pretty big milestone. I've been on Depop for about 4 years now, and within the past year, I've created over 80% of those sales out of that 10,000. So really what it came down to was kind of changing Depop from being a part-time thing, something that I worked on 1 to 2 times a week, to something I worked on every single day. I was putting in 6 to 8 hours, and at most I was getting like 16 hours of work in from morning to night, and I was just repeating this process every single day, trying to find more ways of growing my page, getting more listings, increasing storage, and things like that. And for a really long time, it was a very smooth, slow growth. But as of recently, it's become more bumpy with some of the things that Depop has implemented. So as of recent days, I'm not working as much. I've kind of just laid off of Depop. It still brings in around $100 to $280 every single day, but it's something that's it's not how it used to be, where I was making $500 every single day. It was quite amazing, and it was something I took for granted at the time, and something I probably should have been working on a lot harder when it was actually producing that amount of money. With that free time, I've been trying to find other ways of making money. I've been working out as of recently, and I'm just kind of doing things that fill up my day that I wasn't doing when I was super busy with Depop. But I wanted to run over some of the things I've been doing recently, just because I've kind of not been filming as much. Even though I keep trying to tell myself I want to record more and more, I'll like start a video and then I end up halfway through it giving up on it. But I have a lot of little projects that I've just been like slowly adding on to. So we're gonna go run over a few of the ones that I've been working on pretty recently. So one of these projects, being something that actually took place in the storage room, is on these top shelves. You can see here I have these big wooden shelves, but on top of that I have more totes. And what I did a long time ago is I got these big plyboard cutouts that perfectly fit up here, but I just had them laying on there, and I really just didn't do anything to fix them onto the top of the shelf, so they were constantly sliding. So this past few weeks, I had my dad help me. We put some screws, I don't know if I can see them, yeah, right here. Put some screws all the way across, and you can see how flush this is. And literally walking in here every single time, it just looks so much better. It's insane how small of a change that was, but how big of an impact that looks visually. Because now, instead of this like plywood slightly bowing up and you could see the gap, it looks like it's literally part of the shelf now. So these are all perfectly set in place, and I really haven't had the chance to use it because I haven't had any orders out of these top bins. But the few that I have pulled down, it's been so much it's just been so much smoother. It's super easy to get them off of the shelves, and it just looks so much nicer. So that is one of the things that I've been working on pretty recently. So another thing that I did that was pretty significant is I bought a bunch of these glasses. Probably bought maybe 200, 300 pairs of glasses, and I just bought them from a manufacturer. I was just kind of testing it out. It was a good deal. I think I got them for like 80 cents a pair, and I've just been listing them all over my Depop. So I have a bunch of these different pairs of glasses. I'll actually pull out a few right now. I have them all in these little plastic bins that I used for all the jewelry I was selling. And these aren't like the super nice ones I have, but I got a bunch of these cool glasses. They're pretty sick. I mean, they're nothing special, but I'm selling them for like $4 a pair. I got them for like maybe, like I said, I think I got them for like 80 something cents. So it's a decent turnover rate. Some of them are a lot nicer, and I sell everything always with like a psychological pricing discount. So I have them listed for like 25 bucks, but then I discount them to like $4 and $6, and I think some of them even hit like $8. But for the most part, I've been selling them at that $4 price range. I have yet to sell them at the $25 price range. It would be amazing. It would cover like a large portion of the original investment, and I don't even keep track of this. I literally buy them, I just list them. I don't keep track of if I'm making the money back, whatever. It literally is just like this off in the wind project that I just am trying out. And I did this with a lot of different things, like keychains. I did it with bracelets, all this other random stuff. If you ever see Gucci G11 or at NY, they do this on a huge scale. That's all they do, is they just buy products and they sell them. They don't really go thrifting at all. It's all just brand new stuff that they're buying off of Temu, Alibaba, AliExpress. And it's pretty amazing how far they've actually gotten by doing this. So I just tried it out just a little bit. I really do think the money is in clothing rather than buying things like that, because it's just difficult. It's really hard to sell a product that you don't have, like, you don't believe in it. I think a lot of the products that come off of these cheap websites are truly just bad products. So when I'm looking at them, and I once in a while you'll get like a really good one, but there's a lot of stuff that you're ordering from these websites that's just genuinely garbage. Like right out of the factory, it is completely useless and it's going to end up in a landfill at some point. So I really don't think it's a great way of making money. I think people get disappointed by the product that they're buying. So actually thrifting and getting the pieces yourself is a better way of doing that, because it's just the quality of clothing is there, whereas buying stuff from Temu, it's just not good stuff. It really isn't. I was just giving it a try. I wanted to see how well it worked, and to be honest, it's not the greatest. But that is another thing that I've been doing over the past few weeks. But I've sold a lot of glasses. I bought a lot, so I'm selling a lot. One thing I want to show you guys is my stats and my overall Depop as it stands right now, just because when I first started out, I always wanted to see what other big people had. Like, what was their stats? How well are they doing? And yeah, I just want to know everything about them. So we're just going to run through my stat board, show you guys what's going on, what it looks like right now. So this is my page. I have now 10,203 sales. We got 57,000 followers, and I want to say 2,320 listings right now. We're right around that mark. But let's go ahead and dive into our stats and check those out. So running over here, going into my stats, over the past 7 days, I've only done $1,269. And in my opinion, like, that literally sucks. Like, we had a day that was $70. I was so busy this day, I wasn't really able to work. I don't even know if I shipped out packages. So every day that I'm absent on actually doing stuff, it totally affects the sales. There's always there's a cap off. So I can work as hard as I can, and it only makes it up to like a certain amount. And it's usually like $150. So if I work like really, really hard, like these few days, like 140, 150. And it's like, the more work you put in, you won't see more than 150. It's just like a luck of the draw thing. So like these days where I literally did 300 this day, but I didn't work any harder than I did on this day. If you are trying to if you're catching what I'm saying, like, you can only work so hard, right? There's no reason to work any harder than the 150. This is just a lucky day. These are a lucky day. It just happens. This is a day that I did not put in any work, and that definitely reflects that. So over the past 30 days, I've done $5,914. That's pretty good. It's not great. I would love to be doing $8,000 consistently every single month. That is the end. Like, that is a goal for using Depop. 3 months, we're at $14,500. You can see, like, I'm down 34%. In the past 3 months, I mean, that's all this year. That's all 2025. So it's been consistent throughout 2025. But it's just compared to 2024, I mean, dude, we were going crazy. Like in December, I did $10,000, and this is revenue. So straight, like, gross, I did almost like 20. I think I did like $21,000. Like, it was ridiculous. So after shipping, after all the fees, whatever, I got $10,000. It's pretty awesome. Right before that, 9,958. So compared to the first few months of 2024, we're still doing better, which is an upside. Looking down at numbers of items sold, this is more important in my opinion rather than how much I'm making. So over the past 7 days, I've done only 200 sales. So I only hit 10,000 not that long ago, about a week ago. So over the past 30 days, 1,238 items. That's up since last month, which is pretty good. I've noticed that the sales have increased, which is interesting. And I've said this in a past video. I thought it was interesting because the market's going down so much. You can see here on the day I did 70, I only sold 8 items, which in my opinion is I made a lot of money for only selling 8 items. It's very interesting. But these other days, dude, like 77 sales, 65 sales. I still have some crazy days. 3 months, 2,776 items, and 6 months, almost 7,000 items. That is crazy. December, 1,700, almost 2,000 sales, or 2,000 items sold in December, which is mind-blowing. So that's what our stats are looking like right now as a top seller with 10,000 sales. So as of right now, that's kind of where I'm at with Depop. I just think it's going to be something that's going to be continued on in the future, very slow and kind of at the same rate that it is right now. Probably about once or twice a week, every single week, I'm trying something new, researching something new, and just looking for what's going to be the next move going forward. I know that Depop can't last forever. It's not going to be something I'm doing in the next 10 years, but there definitely will be something new coming up. I think more fitness-related content is going to be coming out, as well as pickleball stuff. I just got a lot of tournaments coming up this next month, so that'll be very exciting when it comes to my progression in the pickleball space, as well as fitness in general. So stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoyed. We're excited. 10,000 sales is a very, very big milestone, and finally amongst some of the greats on Depop. So hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, drop a comment if you have any questions for me, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.